Audiobook Academy Biography presents Mark Cuban. Owner of the Dallas Mavericks of the National Basketball Association and star of the ABC reality show Shark Tank, Mark Cuban co-founded the successful startup Broadcast.com. Mark Cuban is an entrepreneur and the owner of a professional sports franchise who has dabbled in a wide range of companies. In the 1990s, he made a fortune selling businesses Micro Solutions and Broadcast.com. And he went on to become well known as the ardent owner of the Dallas Mavericks of the National Basketball Association. In addition to investing in film production, Cuban has been on Dancing with the Stars and Shark Tank, among other television shows. Early years. Cuban was born on July 31, 1958 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's safe to say Cuban was brought up in a middle-class household. His father, Norton, worked at a vehicle upholstery shop for over half a century. Morris Chobanisky, his great-grandfather, came to the United States from Russia and supported his family by selling goods from the back of a truck. In the same vein as his grandfather, Cuban showed a determination to strike a deal and make a better life for himself on his own terms. To pay for a pair of shoes he liked, he started selling waste bags at the age of 12. In high school, he worked as a stamp and coin seller to make additional money. It was Cuban's go-getter mentality that permeated the classroom, too. During his junior year of high school, he enrolled at the University of Pittsburgh to begin studying psychology in depth. After that, he dropped out of high school and went straight to college. The following year, Cuban transferred to Indiana University from Pitt. Even beyond the classroom, he was able to apply what he learned about supply and demand in real life. Cuban, who was paying for his own college tuition, began teaching dance lessons to raise money to continue his studies. At the Bloomington National Guard Armory, he immediately began throwing extravagant disco parties. Micro Solutions to Broadcast.com. A few months before Mellon Bank made the switch to computers, Cuban returned to Pittsburgh to work for the bank after graduating in 1981. It wasn't long before Cuban became obsessed with machines and networking. But he had no desire to spend long periods of time in Pittsburgh, so he moved to Dallas in 1982. After landing a job selling software, Cuban went on to create his own consulting firm, Micro Solutions, which he still runs today. It didn't take long for Cuban to establish himself as a leading figure in the world of computer networking. In addition, he had a talent for creating a well-run business. For $6 million, Cuban sold the company to CompuServe in 1990. However, his fortune-making was far from finished. Starting Audionet in 1995, Cuban and business partner Todd Wagner saw that the internet would open up a whole new universe of possibilities. It was born out of a desire to stream Indiana Hoosier basketball games online. Despite the company's early detractors, it was a huge success. Rebranded as Broadcast.com, the company went public in 1998 with a share price of $200 or more. After a year, Yahoo bought out Wagner and Cuban for approximately $6 billion, purchasing the Dallas Mavericks of the National Basketball Association. In 2000, when he paid Ross Perot Jr. $285 million for the Dallas Mavericks, Cuban made his NBA debut. After years of season ticket holders dreaming about the possibility of joining professional sports, Cuban finally had his chance. The Mavericks, on the other hand, were far from a fantasy team. The team was plagued by poor personnel decisions and inferior players and coaches for almost a decade. As soon as he took over as the team's new owner, Cuban set about changing that. Reviving the team's culture and roster with his typical zeal and doggedness, he built a new stadium and lavishly pampered his players. Cuban has shown to be one of the club's most ardent supporters. The Mavericks responded enthusiastically to the new owner's zeal as he sat among the supporters and egged on opponents and ridiculed referees. For the first time, the team made it to the NBA Finals in 2006, when they were beaten by the Miami Heat in 6 games. The Mavericks beat the Heat in the 2011 NBA Finals to claim their first title in franchise history. Cuban's ownership of the team also included a dash of creativity. On his blog he shares his thoughts on technology and NBA basketball. He is the first owner to do so. As a result of the blog's success, he began getting tens of thousands of emails each day from readers. Controversies. It's hard to find an NBA owner who doesn't have an uncensored opinion, and Cuban is no exception. His reference to Kobe Bryant's 2003 sexual assault case caused a stir good for the NBA. Whether you like it or not, reality television is a big part of our culture, and you can't deny it. While criticizing Ed Rush as the league's previous director of refereeing, he said I wouldn't choose him to oversee a Dairy Queen in another instance. According to the statement, the angry billionaire had gone to work at a Dairy Queen in Coppell, Texas, where he had been working all day. In 2004, The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, charged Cuban with insider trading in relation to a search engine website after he drew the attention of the SEC. Cuban maintained his innocence, and the charges against him were dropped in July 2009. It was revived in 2012, and in March 2013, Judge Sidney A. Fitzwater allowed the case to be tried for the third time. October 1, 2013, was when the trial began. However, a Texas jury acquitted Cuban of all charges of insider trading later that month. In May of this year, Cuban sparked another controversy when he made racially charged remarks. According to the man, "I'll shift to the other side of the street whenever I see a black child with a hoodie on my side of the street." Afterwards, Cuban claimed that he always caught my biases. "I didn't consider the family of Trayvon Martin and I apologize to them," Cuban subsequently wrote on Twitter in response to the backlash from his remarks. "I have my shortcomings. But a racist I am not," he added in a tweet. By admitting that he instructed his players in February 2018 that losing is our best choice to earn a high draft pick in the NBA, Cuban was hit with a $600,000 punishment. The Mavericks were then one of the league's lowest-scoring teams. As a result of a Sports Illustrated report alleging sexual harassment and other misbehavior in the Mavericks front office, the franchise opened an internal inquiry into the matter. It was reported that the NBA was investigating an alleged incident of sexual assault in 2011 involving Cuban, which resulted in no charges being filed by authorities at the time. Social media, television, and film. Cuban made a significant splash in the high-definition television market with HDNet, later AXS-TV, created his own reality show, and appeared on Dancing with the Stars in 2007 on the suggestion of his young daughter. A longtime participant on the hit ABC series Shark Tank, he made his first investment in 2011. Additionally, in 2003, Cuban brought his business prowess to the field of film and television production when he acquired the Landmark Theaters Network and the Magnolia Pictures Film Company. He has appeared in Entourage and The League, as well as in Good Night and Good Luck, 2005, and Akeelah and the Bee, 2006, as an executive producer for both critically acclaimed movies. In addition to starring in Entourage on the big screen, Cuban also appeared as U.S. President Marcus Robbins in Sharknado 3. In 2014, Cuban launched a social networking app called Cyberdust to stay on top of technology developments. It's no surprise that when the 2015 presidential race heated up, he made headlines by claiming that he could defeat both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. The billionaire endorsed Clinton for president in July of that year. Cuban reiterated his interest in a presidential run in April 2020, when Joe Biden emerged as the anticipated Democratic opponent to President Trump. Private life. In 2002, Cuban and Tiffany Stewart, his longtime girlfriend, tied the knot. In addition to Alexis, born 2003, Alyssa, born 2006, and Jake, they have 3 children. 2010. Located in Dallas, Texas, is the family home. Thank you for listening in Audiobook Academy. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button for more content like this. See you in next video.